You wake up feeling exhausted, not physically, mentally. You slept for 8 hours, ate enough food, and have a roof over your head, yet somehow getting out of bed feels difficult. You check your phone, emails, messages, photos of strangers living better lives than yours. And before you've even spoken to another person, your brain is already overwhelmed. But here's something strange. For almost all of human history, depression may have been far less common than it is today, not because ancient people had easier lives. They didn't. They faced injuries, disease, hunger, predators, and uncertainty. Children died young. Winters were harsh. A hunting trip could fail. And yet, despite all of that, anthropologists studying traditional hunter-gatherer societies have found remarkably low rates of persistent depression. So, what did they have that we're missing? Sunlight. Most people today spend about 90% of their lives indoors. We wake up inside, drive inside metal boxes, work under artificial lights. Ancient people woke up with the sunrise, and within minutes, their eyes were already exposed to bright morning light. Throughout the day, they walked beneath the open sky. Even cloudy days provide more light than a modern office. Sunlight regulates serotonin, dopamine, and melatonin. These chemicals affect mood, energy, motivation, and sleep. Without enough light, the brain struggles to stay in rhythm. In northern countries, many people experience depression simply because winter brings less sunlight. Ancient humans didn't have this problem. Their lives revolved around the sun, but light was only one piece of the puzzle. The second difference was movement. Imagine spending an entire day sitting. You sit while eating breakfast, sit while commuting, sit at work, sit while scrolling, sit while watching TV. The average person today moves far less than humans evolved to. Hunter-gatherers moved constantly, not because they exercised. Exercise didn't exist. Sometimes, much more. They climbed, carried wood, tracked animals, built shelters, gathered firewood. Modern neuroscience suggests that movement acts like a natural antidepressant. Ancient humans didn't move to improve their mood, but their lifestyle protected them from many problems we experience today. Then there's something even more important. People. Depression isn't always caused by chemical imbalances. Sometimes it's caused by loneliness, and loneliness is surprisingly new. Millions of people live alone. You can spend an entire day speaking to nobody, order food, work remotely, watch movies alone, scroll through conversations without joining any of them. You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. For prehistoric humans, isolation was almost impossible. They lived in groups of 30 to 50 people. They cooked together, ate together, worked together, raised children together, and every evening stories were shared, problems were discussed. And if someone was sad, everyone noticed. If someone was injured, others helped. If someone lost family, grief became something everyone shared. Anthropologist James Sussman found that some hunter-gatherers spend nearly 6 hours a day simply socializing, talking, laughing, gossiping, playing, doing absolutely nothing productive. At first, that sounds inefficient, but evolution disagrees. Belonging wasn't optional. It was survival. Being rejected could mean death. Scientists have discovered that loneliness activates many of the same pathways as physical pain. Your brain literally treats isolation as suffering. And yet today, many people spend more time with screens than with friends. Then, there's sleep. Most people assume ancient humans slept terribly. But evidence suggests something different. Without artificial light, people followed natural rhythms. They became sleepy shortly after sunset. Some even slept in 2 separate phases. A first sleep, a short waking period, then a second sleep. Researchers studying traditional societies have found something surprising. People living without electricity maintain remarkably stable sleep schedules. Their bodies know exactly when to rest. Modern life changes this completely. Phones emit blue light, notifications interrupt sleep. Shift work confuses our biological clocks. People stay awake long after their bodies want to sleep, then wake up exhausted and wonder why they feel miserable. But perhaps the biggest difference wasn't biological, it was psychological. Ancient people rarely compared themselves to thousands of strangers. Today, comparison is endless. Someone is richer, more attractive, more successful, traveling more, buying bigger houses, starting companies. The internet allows us to compare our ordinary lives with the best moments of millions of people. Ancient humans compared themselves with maybe 40 people, and everyone knew everyone else's struggles. Nobody appeared perfect. Nobody had filters. The truth is, we can't go back. There are now 8 billion people on Earth. Agriculture happened. Cities happened. Technology happened. But maybe your brain doesn't want another productivity app. Maybe it wants a walk. Maybe it needs a friend. Because for most of human history, belonging was enough, and perhaps somewhere deep inside us, it still is.